Good morning, I'm Jasmine Anderson. Only a Newsday. Running natural gas to your home may soon cost you. Governor Kathy Hochul and state officials are looking to end the 100-foot rule. It currently requires energy companies to hook up new constructions to gas if it's within 100 feet of a transmission line. The cost is then spread among ratepayers. Supporters of eliminating the rule estimate that it costs ratepayers up to $300 million a year. A Great Neck man is facing charges, arrested twice in 3 days. This is footage from an incident Friday when police say Mitchell Levy fired a pellet gun at a neighbor's home. He was charged on Saturday, then Levy was arrested again yesterday, charged with unlawful imprisonment. 2 hog condos destroyed in a fire will be torn down. Smithtown's board voted unanimously to order the demolition. They cite complaints from nearby residents about health concerns such as vermin at the property. The Plantation Drive units were destroyed in a fire last summer. Renovating your home just got more expensive in Huntington Town. The town board voted unanimously to raise fees on residential and commercial building permits by 25%. The board also approved increases on fire safety permits, inspections, and any cost related to those services. Officials say the increased fees will bring the town $2 million in revenue. Hundreds of Islip residents are caught in a tax mix-up. The town has notified residents that a scanning error at a post office processing and distribution center in Melville caused property tax payments to be returned. Payments were due January 10th. If you were affected by this, you're asked to contact the tax receiver's office. This Wednesday, volunteers will take to the island to account for the homeless population. It's part of a national event known as a point-in-time count. It's used by local and federal officials to determine the kind of programs needed to serve the community. The island had over 3,500 unhoused people in 2023. In the race for the White House, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis ended his presidential bid. He bowed out of the race yesterday, days ahead of the New Hampshire primary. DeSantis has endorsed former President Donald Trump, who is facing Nikki Haley for the GOP nomination. 50 lucky Long Island girls got the surprise of a lifetime over the weekend from a WNBA All-Star. New York Liberty point guard Courtney Vandersloot surprised girls in Westbury yesterday at her Time to Shine all-girls basketball clinic. It was hosted by the Long Island Nets. Vandersloot spent the day helping the girls learn the fundamentals of basketball.
I was that little girl at one point, and there was never all-girl clinics for me, and so I think it's just so important, and I'm just happy to be a part of it.
The LI Nets Her Time to Shine clinic is a free program meant to provide girls with a positive space to connect and collaborate through basketball. Checking out your hyper-local forecast, a mix of sun and clouds today, highs around 34 degrees. Tomorrow, cloudy with highs around 39 degrees. And here's a look at your futurecast. Rainy week ahead, on and off showers throughout the week, all beginning later tomorrow morning. Of course, we'll keep you updated. A look at your 7-day forecast coming up.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Home Tax Saver, PTRC Incorporated.
Celebrating Long Island school spirit at Newsday's inaugural Cheer Fest. Krista Kelman has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
At the first annual Newsday Cheer Fest, these cheerleaders are ready to get the crowd pumped up. Cheerleading is exploding on Long Island, and for the first time, teams from Nassau, Suffolk, and Catholic schools stunted and shined in a cheer exhibition at Hofstra.
You never get an experience like this. This is a once in a lifetime. Everyone's cheering you on no matter what, and it's just like a whole big cheer family.
And everybody's so just warm and welcoming to each other. It's it makes going to a situation where it's a little bit more hectic and scary so much more comforting, and it feels great.
We don't know everybody here, but everyone here will always support each other. Will be always no matter what.
More than 70 schools across Long Island took to the mat, dancing, flipping, and showing their pride.
Just seeing everyone come together from all over Long Island is such an amazing thing.
This might look like any ordinary cheerleading competition, but today is not about the scores. It's just about having fun.
There's no judges, so it's less stress, and we just get to
have fun on mat.
This is like a practice for us. We're just going to go out there and have fun.
And like having fun, these teams all have one thing in common: being a family.
There's so many injuries, there's so many things that happen, but at the end of the day, it's just sticking together and like fighting through all of that. It's a fun sport. Like, you have a family on the team. Everyone's sisters. If you don't have sisters in your household, you're gonna find sisters here.
In Hempstead, Carissa Kelman, Newsday TV.
Read more about Cheerfest on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Drivers are increasingly faking and blocking their license plates to avoid tolls and tickets. Alfonso Castillo has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
Obstructed plates, altered plates, phony plates, or no plates at all. More and more drivers are finding ways to get around without having their license plates seen. And they're driving away with tens of millions of dollars in unpaid tolls and tickets.
It is dishonest.
Over the last several years, government agencies like the MTA and the DOT have increasingly relied on automated cameras to generate revenue from drivers, including from tolls and for red light and speeding violations. But an unintended consequence of that has been the rise in so-called ghost cars, cars that can't be tracked because their license plates are hidden, altered, or fake.
It would bother me if I seen it done.
Yeah.
Because it shouldn't be cheating.
The MTA counts more than 200,000 unbillable transactions at its bridges and tunnels each month because of plate scams, contributing to $46 million a year in lost toll revenue. The Port Authority said it too loses about $40 million a year in tolls because of unreadable plates. The MTA says it's fighting back, including by pulling over violators, ticketing them, and in some cases, even impounding their cars.
The most important thing is fairness. The reason we're doing this is not just for the revenue. It's because everybody needs to know that the other guy is paying, and that it's not only them being forced to pay more to subsidize the guys who cheat.
But some say they understand why overburdened drivers would look for ways to beat the system, especially as the MTA looks to charge even more in tolls with the introduction of congestion pricing later this year.
That's why the people are hiding the plate. I'm not doing this though.
And it's not just tolls that these plate scammers are beating. In Suffolk County in 2022, nearly 6% of all red light camera violations couldn't be pursued because of obstructed plates. That's nearly 20,000 tickets that were never issued. For Newsday TV, I'm Alfonso Castillo.
Read more about this story on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
There's nothing like when you finish a story, you have this product that goes out to the world and hopefully brings some truth to, society.
Newsday, covering Long Island like no one else can.
I'm Jasmine Anderson. Thank you so much for watching. We'll leave you with a look at your hyperlocal 7-day forecast.